Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm doing a Q&A, and on my Instagram I did ask what types of videos you guys would like to see, and this one was a highly requested one, so I decided I was going to go ahead and do a Q&A with you. So on my Instagram I did put down on there what types of questions that you'd like me to answer, and honestly there's quite a lot on there, and they are a very wide variety of questions that you asked me, and nothing is pretty much exactly the same. I think there's probably about one question that is asked multiple times, but there are a very wide variety of questions that are on there. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I will link it all down below for you so you can check it out, but make sure that you follow me on there because I do put loads of polls on there, I put posts on there, and also ask you guys what types of videos that you'd like me to do. So make sure that you follow me on there and then you can keep up to date as well. So if you're new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure to hit the bell icon just so you're notified every time I upload a new video. So I'm going to go ahead and answer all these questions. I have screenshotted them from Instagram, so hopefully it's not going to be a super long video, but I'm going to answer all the questions that you guys have asked. So the first question is, what is your favourite toothpaste brand? Now I don't really know where this is coming from, I feel like it's very random, but my friends do tell me that I have very white teeth, but I honestly don't feel like that they are that white. It all depends on what lipstick that I'm wearing, but at the moment in camera I do feel like they look pretty white. But the toothpaste that we usually use is the Sensodyne whitening one. It's just because I have very sensitive teeth. Some of the time we'll go for the Colgate one just because it's the one that's on offer, and Sensodyne is usually quite expensive, but that one is one that I usually go for. And someone's asked, when did you start your channel? So I started my channel about 7 years ago, and I've only really been doing it properly for, I'd say, probably the last year or two, just because I didn't really want to upload that often, and it was sort of something that I just did a little bit of the time, but now I am starting to really get into YouTube and I really do enjoy it. So I started about 7 years ago when I was working at a theme park, and I didn't really have a lot of spare time, but I'm one of those people that likes to help people out. I was really interested in micro ring and micro loop hair extensions, and I decided I was going to go ahead and try them out. And I did realise that when I was looking for videos on them, there wasn't really that many. I think there was probably about 2 or 3 that I managed to see, and I decided why not go ahead, get some hair extensions, try them out, and let you guys know what my experience is with them, if I like them, if I don't like them, the pros, the cons, things like that. And since then my channel has pretty much grown quite a lot from doing hair extension videos. I've done so many, I have tried pretty much every single hair extension type. I think the only one that I haven't tried is, I think it's the 6D hair extensions that they've released recently, and that's because I can't really get my hands on them. And there are different types of hair extensions that I do like. So the types of hair extensions that I'm really liking are, I really like the micro ring hair extensions, I like the keratin bonded hair extensions, I don't like the weaves. Tape-ins are okay, but they're not my favourite. They are really easy to install, very quick to install, and they're very easy to take out as well. But the ones that I'm really liking are the I-tip and the U-tip ones. So I have got some U-tip ones for after we have come out of this self-isolation period. I'm going to put some U-tip or keratin bonded hair extensions in. Then I've also purchased some micro rings as well because I am going away next year, and I thought why not go ahead and get everything that I wanted before I go away, because at the moment I just feel like there's not really a lot for me to do when I'm not working. So I decided to purchase some of them, so then I have a backup of them as well. As I was about to answer this question, my battery actually died on my camera, so I'm going to go ahead and answer this one now. So someone else said, how hard was it to start a YouTube channel? How did you promote it and get followers? So it is one of those where it is quite hard for some people to get followers on YouTube. Some people it comes very easily. So I know that some people have been on YouTube for about a year and they've got like 1 million subscribers, and then there's me that's been on YouTube for quite a long time and has just under 6,000. So it is one of those where it is quite hard. You just have to try and make sure that you can do videos that you're interested in doing and interested in watching. So for instance, I really like watching first impression videos, and I like watching declutter videos and hair extension videos. So those are the ones that I do the majority of the time because I enjoy watching them, and I also have fun filming them as well. And I know that some of you guys are also interested in some of those, but if there are any videos that you do want to see, just message me on Instagram or put it down below and I'll be sure to do some of those. Also, when I started my YouTube channel, like I mentioned, I didn't really do it that much. So about 7 years ago, I think I uploaded about 2 videos in a year, and that was because I wasn't really interested in doing it. I just sort of wanted to get some videos out there. I didn't let any of my family know that I was filming them, so basically I would film the videos when all of my family were out of the house, and it got to the point where I started earning money from YouTube and I needed to do some videos, and my family, my little sister was really loud. Actually, she is still really loud, but I don't live with them anymore. So my family, they are quite loud sometimes, and I just had to turn around to my mum and dad and say, you know, I am filming videos for YouTube, YouTube, I am getting paid for it, but just so you know, I do need you to be quiet when I'm filming these videos. I don't do them that often, but I do need you to sort of be a little bit more quiet. And then my mum was sort of a bit weird when I said that I was filming videos for YouTube. She was like, what? Like, why are you doing them? And I said to her, I was like, well, I am earning money from them. Even though it's not a lot of money, I am earning money from them, and it is a hobby for me. And she was like, all right then. So she was really excited when I started earning money from YouTube and when she knew about it. So it is one of those where it is just a hobby for me. I'm not doing it full time. I do have a full-time job anyway, but it is something that I am really interested in doing and something that I really like doing. So if you guys can share my page and all that, then that would be absolutely perfect. So someone's also asked, what job do you have alongside YouTube? How did you get into that career? So the job that I have is I work in an office and I am a manager, and it's one of those where I've been at my job for 6 years now, so I sort of worked my way up. I did start off being like a telesales person, and it wasn't really telesales because people knew that we were calling them, so it wasn't really like that. But I started off in that job, then I gradually got higher and higher, and then now I'm a manager in my job of a specific department. I do really like it. I like that with my job I do make a difference in people's lives, and it is just really a good job. Obviously I'm not going to tell you exactly what I do, but I am a manager in my job and I do enjoy it, and it is one of those where, you know, I enjoy the staff that work with me as well. And I have been there for, like I mentioned, 6 years, so if I didn't enjoy it, I would have left a long time ago. There's also a question saying how to deal with hate comments. So I'm sort of lucky. I don't really get many hate comments. I mean, I usually get comments about my teeth because my teeth aren't straight at the bottom, and I did have braces when I was younger, but it's one of those where, you know what, I don't care. You know, there's worse things to worry about in the world than someone's teeth. So I used to get the odd comment saying that my teeth weren't straight, and it's like, yes, I know that my teeth aren't straight. And it is one of those where I do comment back, but I comment back with a smiley face because then it sort of lets them know that, you know, it's not something that's going to be upsetting you. And I think the reason why hate comments don't actually get to me is because I was bullied throughout the whole of high school, and it's loads of different things that I got bullied for. One of them obviously because of my hair colour. So it's one of those where I'm an adult now and I just think I don't really care. Like, I'm happy with how I am. I'm happy knowing that I am a nice person and that I'm a person that likes to help people and I'm a caring person. So that's just what I like. I'm one of those people, so I don't really mind if anyone doesn't like my videos. At the end of the day, it's like, don't watch my videos. If you don't like the way that I look, then obviously that's your problem, because you should never put hate comments on anyone. And I'm one of those people where I would never ever comment a negative comment on anyone's video, even if it's for constructive criticism. I'm always the nicest person and I will find the nicest things out of people anyway, and if you can't find anything nice to say, then just obviously don't say it. I also had a question about makeup brushes. Someone was asking me what the best makeup brushes are to have for a beginner, and I'm probably one of the worst people to ask about this because I just use these same brushes. I've used the same brushes for the last couple of years. I have loads of different types of brushes. So for instance, the majority of my brushes are the Illuminate Cosmetics ones. These were actually created when Illuminate Cosmetics was with BH Cosmetics. So if you do go on BH Cosmetics website, you can pick up the brushes for pretty cheap, and I think they're pretty much exactly the same because it was owned by them at the time. I also have some brushes from Jessup. If you guys remember me years ago, I did a video about Jessup makeup brushes. These are from eBay. I think it was like £15 or £12 for a set of like 15. So I do still use some of them. Obviously some of them weren't the best and I did get rid of them, but some of them, they do still work out. So for instance, I have this highlighter brush that I use all the time, and that's from that set as well. And like you can see as well, some of my face brushes are completely random ones. So these I did get for my birthday and they're just mermaid brushes. And then I have this one from Sigma, it's the Flat Kabuki F80. This one's pretty good. I also have a Morphe one as well. So this one I use for contouring down sides of my nose. This one is from Spectrum. Again, I like it. To be honest, for me, I just like pretty much all makeup brushes, whether they're affordable, whether they're expensive, I pretty much know that I'm going to like them. This Sigma brush is not my favourite. I do have an Anastasia Beverly Hills one that I don't know where it is. So if I can find it, I will show it to you. But that one I do use with my stick foundations and I do like it. But to be honest, I don't really buy brushes because I'm cheap, and I know that, to be honest, for me, a brush is a brush, and I know that the cheap ones tend to work out well. I know expensive ones tend to work out well, but if you guys have tried out any other ones that you like, just let me know down below in the comment section. To be honest, if you just do trial and error with brushes, there's some that you're going to like, some that you're not going to like, and yeah, just do trial and error. Someone else has asked if I can offer some advice about starting a YouTube channel because they're really nervous. So I was obviously very, very nervous when I started out my YouTube channel. I actually watched one of my first videos the other day and I was like, oh my god, why did I seem like that? Honestly, my voice is completely different. I'm not really smiling in the video. I'm really nervous, you can tell that I'm nervous, and I have the strongest accent that you've ever heard in your life. Honestly, when I listen to my videos now, I'm like, I don't really have too much of an accent. And then in that one, I think it was my Katy Perry eyelashes review, I will link it down below so you can check it out, but in that one, my accent is just like, oh my god. So please don't watch it, but if you do want to watch it, then I will link it below for you. So it is one of those where you are going to be really nervous when you start off doing YouTube videos, because obviously you're not used to it. It's something that you find very strange. You don't want people to overhear you and things like that, and I still find it strange filming in this room because I don't want Neil to come upstairs and listen to what I'm saying. If he's in the other room and he can hear what I'm saying, I trip over my words. So it's one of those where you do get used to it, but it's really nerve-wracking when you start out, but you do build your confidence a lot more as well. And there's also a question from someone else asking what camera and microphone that I use. So the camera that I use at the moment is the EOS 70D from Canon, and I absolutely love it, and it is so good, and I'm so glad that I upgraded. I did used to have the Canon 500D. Now that one is pretty good. I mean, it lasted me, how many years did I have it? I think I had it probably about 8 years in total. So I used to do photography, so I used it with that, but then it just got to the point where it pretty much died. The microphone that I have, I think it just says Rode on the side, but I'm not too sure of the specific one, so I will link down below or in this video my video that I have of me unboxing my camera, and then also you can see my lens and you can see my microphone in there as well. So I have got all of these things for it, and I actually got bought the microphone about 3 or 4 years ago for my birthday from Neil, and then I said to him, I don't have a microphone port in my camera, and I was like, you must have one. And he realised after he bought it, and he paid quite a lot of money for it, that I didn't have a microphone port. But I did say to him I am going to upgrade to a new camera, and 4 years later I have a new camera and I can finally use a microphone. Someone's also asked what social media that I have. So I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have TikTok now as well. I'll link all of my pages down below for you. I have Twitter, but I don't use it that often. The only time that I use it is if something's annoyed me, or if I need to get through to a shop for customer service, then I will go on there and I'll rant about it. But I don't use Twitter, so there's not really any point in anyone following me on there, because like I mentioned, I only use it to moan about things. And the last question I have says, have you tried using something other than a primer for primer? Yes, I have. So I do actually have my Nivea Post Shave Balm, and I used this years ago when it was the rage to use this for your primer, and I actually really liked it, and it was really good on my sensitive skin. I did also buy it again. I think this one I bought a couple of months ago because I was running out of primer and my skin was getting really bad. I was getting a lot of redness, it was getting irritated, and I decided to try this out again, and you know what, I do like it. I don't use it every single day obviously, but I am using it every now and again, and it just feels nice and relaxing on the skin. Obviously you shouldn't be using it every single day, but it is one of those where it does feel relaxed on the skin. It does help with redness, dryness, tightness and itchiness as well, which is perfect for me because I do have very sensitive skin and I do have a lot of redness. And I thought, you know what, if Neil uses stuff like this and it helps with his skin, then it's probably going to help out with mine. So those are the questions that you asked me on Instagram. If there are any other questions that you have, just comment down below, or also send me a message on Instagram, and if I do get enough questions I will answer them in another Q&A. And I hope that you enjoy this video, and make sure that you give it a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!